Welcome to Number Zero Talks, episode 12. Today, we're going to talk about gangs. Okay, listen up. I've had my run-ins with gangs, my experiences with gangs. I've had friends that have been in gangs. I've been a part of some gangs myself, and we'll get into that a little bit later. My current gang is Bad God, VDGDAO. But I'm the founder of it, so I gotta kind of stress it out, cause it's for those that want to get out the gang life, but don't want to give up being a badass motherfucker that protects their family and the ones that they care about and the ones that they love. And the only way to join my fucking title, my fucking being the founder of it, is to legally die. Because the only way out of the gang life, of course, is to die. Or in their cases, get jumped out, then you're out, then you're not allowed to touch drugs. You gotta fucking get a fucking 9 to 5 or a 6 to 6 nigga, and you gotta basically give it up. But you can have any friends that you want and any organization that you want when you're a bad god. It's the truth. Because it's basically like you get the most respect if you done legally died. We got the 5-minute tier, which means that you're a member and you have the option to become a bad god if you die legally for 5 minutes. That means you stop breathing and your heart stopped. And your brain's starting to die. Then we got the 15-minute tier. The fucking leaders, they had no power over the members, but they have more respect, and that's 15 minutes. Basically, your ass is basically brain dead, and you're still managing to function. And then we have the generals, which are fucking 30 minutes, and basically your ass is brain dead, and somehow God or Satan or some entity kept your ass fucking alive to bring your ass back to life. And you're now a general in the bad gods. I'm the leader, I'm the founder. Sad to say, but it's the truth. Nothing I can do about it. I had to find something. You know, the rule of Fight Club when you're crazy ass schizophrenic. You gotta keep on fucking going. Regardless of the bad or the good. And it's a way for gang members to get out the gang life. Because, I mean, once you die, I mean, you're gonna be going through so much shit in your head. So much trauma, so much questioning the universe and the powers that be, that the easiest way is just to decide to become a bad god and go solo and just protect the ones that you love and care about. Maybe hanging out with a couple of friends here and there throughout your life, throughout periods in your life, but you always be a bad god at heart, because you're bad and God done saved your ass. The bad gods have no sort of hierarchy. A bad god cannot order another bad god to do anything because you're a solo member. If you want to get into drugs, you can, but because I really don't care, because everyone needs some type of pain relief. But I mean, it's gonna land you being a bad god in prison, or a bad god that doesn't get to live a second chance, or a fourth chance, or an 8th chance. Or like 70 fucking chances. But what I do know though is that I'm gonna give a little brief history of gangs. Not the history per se, but my personal experience with gangs, okay? I come from a Crip family. And I had friends that were in the Bloods. I had friends that were in Folk Nation. I've had VDs and GD friends, you know how it goes. I've always been a solo person myself. That's why I founded the Bad Gods. I've had times, or entanglements, I should say, with the Cosa Nostra, with the Russian mob, with the Irish mob, with the Italian mob, the Cosa Nostra. But I wasn't allowed to join most of them Some of them tried to bury me alive, and I survived. And I don't want to get too much into the laws of being buried alive, but if you fucking make it out with it, I'm not even going to go into it, okay? Because I don't want people to continue to know and all that, and it's kind of a secret, and so I got to keep the secret with me. Just know that there are many ways, if you're smart, to get out of being buried alive. And it ain't always some Kill Bill shit. There's the easier way, but it's a lot harder, and you might suffocate, but if you're smart, you can figure it out. But either way, you're gonna have to dig through like 6 feet of fucking dirt to fucking 12 sometimes. If you, we're not gonna get too much into it. I've had situations with the cartels. I was technically speaking a initiatory member and a full-blooded member of the Sinaloa cartel at one point in my life. It's the only cartel that I really respect, because they have what I like to call laws, and they have a hierarchy. And even though that they do some evil stuff, they're more neutral than evil, because they have them laws and bylaws that if you break, the gang will turn on you and they will kill you if they find out. That's why I have much respect for the Sinaloa cartel. I done did dirt for a lot of organizations. Technically speaking, I'm a domestic terrorist international criminal. I done did that shit in my 20s. And now my 20s are almost over. And I just want to take my stories and help spread the youth so that they don't turn the way I turned. Because most people will not survive. It's a fact. I'm sorry to say it, but most people will not survive. The ones that do, they'll be so hardened and toughened that they'll be getting into fucking police standoffs, and we've had a lot of crazy experiences. One of the craziest things I did was probably weapon selling, I should say. And one of the easiest things I did was probably drug dealing. It's really easy to sell drugs, but it has a lot less danger in it. Because all you gotta do is be bigger and scarier than the nigga you're selling drugs to, and that little bitch won't do shit about it but buy his fucking drugs when he has money and ask your ass for friends. Bigger stick, what can I say? Back on the Sinaloa cartel. We've done some stuff with the Sinaloa cartel. I support the Sinaloa cartel somewhat, even in my old age, because they have the laws, like I've said, that they try and follow. Not so much with drugs, and they do kill random people with fentanyl, and that kind of made me kind of sad when fentanyl came out with its money. And what can I fucking say? Money's money. My money spent the same as this nigga's money. But then there are cartels and gangs that don't really follow much of a hierarchy and a path. And they're just all about bloodshed, violence, and killing, nigga. Those gangs I have less respect for, but I still respect them. Only because they're finding their own way. And it's a cutthroat world out here, and you gotta be strong. Where a lot of gangs get taken down, they get dismantled, destroyed, they have inner arguments and fights, they disband and form separate small groups. But for the most part, there's some gangs out there that have no rules, no limits, and those are the gangs that you want to avoid. And they usually get taken out by either the government, law enforcement, the people, or other gangs with laws, because they have some restrictions. They hold themselves back, and that makes them, in ways, a lot stronger. Because they have self-control. And when you have self-control, you're able to control your life more, enforce it, no matter how hard it may be, towards the path of righteousness, and the path of love, and the path of right. But right and wrong, like I said before, are a mixture. Because what's right one day can be considered wrong the next, and what's wrong one day can be considered right the next. It's all situational. It always will be situational. And the smartest thing you can do is learn how to make the right choices at the right moment in life so that your ass can be living. You have to be able to fucking fight, kids, teens. You don't do the best fight in the world, but you have to be willing to fight. Because if you have more to lose, odds are you ain't gonna lose fucking shit. If you have nothing to lose, then you would end up dying a horrible fucking way. Because they have no control. They have no hierarchy. They have nobody leading on the right. These young niggas, these YNs, be crashing out. Then they get to prison with the real OGs. And then they get their ass beat the fuck down. Fucking get pimped the fuck out. Become a nigga's boyfriend. More like girlfriend, I just say, because they'll give that nigga a fucking wig and some lipstick. Never say, I'm too scared to fight. But you also must know when to walk away from a fight. Not a fight that you can't win, but a fight that you walk away from because it could be too easy. You want to scare them. You want to take the higher path. There's so many reasons why you should in some cases walk away from a fight. Because people who fight everything end up fighting themselves the most. You gotta pick your fights. You gotta pick your battles. In the battles that you can pick, you have to fight in even harder if you're forced to. Respect is everything in this world. Respect leads people down a path of being known, but also being loved and hated. You can love me, you can hate me, but you fucking still know me, nigga. Ain't that some shit that you really gotta think about? Well, you're spending all your time hating on this nigga. You're spreading his fucking name, saying how much you hate this nigga, how much you wish he would die. And this nigga's living a good life, or an okay life. While you're not. And instead of trying to change your life, you're trying to bring another nigga down to your level. Instead of raising up to his level and having this nigga someday say your fucking name. Think about that. You could have millions of fucking haters and only a couple fans. But what does it mean in the end? That millions of people know you. Millions of people are going through pain. And you don't change at least one person's fucking life. That's something you can live with until you die. Gangs help protect people, the weak, most of the time, their family, even more of the time, their community, somewhat less, and sometimes more. They give back to their community because they don't want to be hated and turned out by the community. The gangs that just go out randomly killing, they get taken down the fastest. They'll build the biggest fucking case on their asses, and you'll never see any of those motherfuckers again that are still alive. It's a sad story, but it's a common story, And these kids don't understand. They think just because they're young, they're the toughest niggas in the world. I've proved any niggas wrong. Just by being me. Just by loving and caring. We had some interaction with the Yakuza before. The Yakuza is some good ass fucking fighters. They don't need guns. They could still have them. But they don't need guns. The Yakuza are fucking crazy, nigga. And they have such a hierarchy of power and order in that motherfucker that they cut off your fingers. First the pinky. Down the middle finger. And then they kill you. The pinky you can live without. The middle finger, now you can't express yourself anymore to other people. And you got your second strike. And then the third strike, they'll just kill your ass because you don't fucking learn. I have much respect for the Yakuza. Much respect. And they're some great partiers. They know how to party and they know how to protect their people. And they are literally intertwined with the government in Japan. So much so that they have respect in their communities even if they are doing bad. Because the Yakuza, for the most part, rarely sell fucking drugs. And they kick the other motherfuckers that want to cause violence and mayhem most of the time the fuck out. We've had many experiences with gangs in my life. And what I learned is that if you can make somebody laugh, most of the time they won't fucking shoot you instantly, at least. Instantly, I have to emphasize instantly. They might keep you around for a little bit. They might torture you. They might shoot you. They might stab you. Or they might try and become your friend because they see that you can expand their business. You got to know what to do. I'm not talking about none of the fucking dirt I did. But I've done some dirt. Everyone has. And it's up for you to decide where the point in your life is that you're going to go on the straight path. But the straight path has curves in it. Because there ain't no fucking road that goes directly down any fucking country without turning. Look at the highway. There, you gotta turn in that bitch multiple fucking times. But it's a straight road nonetheless. Because it's a straight shot to happiness, redemption, and self-love. Alright. No matter what you believe, no matter what you think in your young age, the OGs try and set you straight. Because they know what you're going through, because they went through it too. Your elders will advise you, while the youth have to become stronger than the elders someday. So that we keep rising and rising and getting stronger and stronger as a human race. I am very crazy. I cannot trust that enough. I realize that I'm fucking crazy. I've done crazy things in my life, for good and evil. But good is subjective, because good is only in the eye of the beholder. Because you giving a whole flower, one day could be considered good, and the next day could be considered bad. Because you didn't give her a fucking ring with that or some jewelry. You just gave that bitch a cheap ass fucking flowers. But if you pick the flowers yourself, that could be a really good thing. She looks at your hands, she sees thorns in those motherfuckers. And you hand her some flowers and your hands are bleeding. Think about that. It's not a cheap gesture anymore. Things to think about. Making somebody a present for a holiday or a birthday is usually way better than buying it. It's not easier, but it's way better. But you can't make some things very easily, like technology. But some people can. Some people will give their fucking son or daughter a fucking home-built car they built themselves. And it's amazing. A lot of people will just buy them a car. It doesn't have the same amount of love in it? No, it doesn't, sadly to say. But at least you're doing something for them. And when you're a kid in your elementary school days, you make presents, arts and crafts. And those objects will be very important. They may not seem important at the time, but they just spent an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours of their life to make you that object. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into that object. And that's what makes it worth something to them. I want you to think about what I talked about with gangs and the gang life and OGs and YNs. Few people make it to double OG status. And then there's some people that you make it to triple OG status. Well, when you stay in the game, eventually the game will kick you the fuck out. Remember that. And your number 0 quote for this video is that if you feel like you're a 0, then maybe you should become the 0. Because numbers may be higher than a 0. And losses may be lower than a 0. But a 0 is always in the middle of losing everything and gaining everything. And you're at peace. This has been Number 0 Talks! Episode 12. Subscribe if you want. I don't give no fucks. I really don't care. I could care if I could less. I won't lose all sleep even if I had 1 billion fucking followers. If literally 1 out of every 8 people that you fucking know fucking knew who the fuck I was, I wouldn't care. Because I'm a number 0. Have a good day.